I do not understand how to wear a belt. I don't get it. I never really have had to, and I'm trying to today, but hold on, let me turn down my heat. I'm freezing. It's supposed to be like 70 today. I didn't wear a coat. I wore a belt. I didn't wear a coat. It's only 50. I'm freezing. Anyways, so when I try to sit back, I feel like something's stabbing me in the back, and it's my belt. I was like, what's in my seat? Turns out it's my belt. Did you see that? Horse and buggy. I live in the middle of nowhere. You'll see later in the video from last week's video. Horse and buggies.
Damn.
Hi everybody, welcome to Loserly VSG. I'm Megan. I had VSG surgery on December 27th, 2018, self-pay. I'm 31 years old and I am 5'7". This is 12 weeks. I was going to try to do this intro and I realized tomorrow's 12 weeks. I haven't even weighed myself. And it's my 13th week. You guys, I just can't. Alright, so it's Thursday and I am down 1 more pound, which means I successfully did that egg fast without gaining anything back. Egg fast meaning the fun egg fast I talked about in my last video that I didn't post. But a lot of people worry about losing the weight and then gaining it back during transition, which I was too, but it didn't happen. I kept it all off and I lost 1 more pound this week. So I think I'll do it again. I think I'll maybe do it like once a month because I really enjoy eggs and I like seeing all the different recipes that people put up that's just like cheese and eggs and fat, and it's really easy and it keeps me on track every day. It doesn't have a lot of thinking and you lose weight from it. So my plan is to do it at least once a month and just see how it goes. But seriously, I don't understand how belts work. Like, I continue to pull up my pants even though I have a belt on. I have the belt really tight, so when I sit down, it's like jabbing into my stomach, and anytime I reach back, it's like my belt is above my pants. It's like there should be 100 loops around my pants so that my belt can't go above my pants. I don't know, guys. It's confusing. I see how people use belts and it really works for them. Like my husband, he wears a belt every single day. Doesn't seem to have any problems. This is all I can think about today, is this belt. Send advice. So last week I did make a video, and I'm gonna just tell you, like, I talk a lot about living in the middle of nowhere and what I'm doing with my life in that video. And to go along with that is internet connection. So imagine living in the middle of nowhere with all these trees around, and I mean, we have no internet connection. It works every once in a while, but I mean, it stops. It doesn't let our phones work. It doesn't let tablets work. It doesn't let our TV work. It doesn't let some of our cameras work sometimes. Like, I don't know. So even just downloading like a 9-minute video takes 2 hours. And I don't know if that's normal, but I don't think that's normal, because I don't really understand how anyone could have a YouTube career if they want to do a 15-minute video and it's going to take 4 hours. And so I have to upload it overnight while I'm sleeping so that nobody else's internet is affected. So basically, I didn't have the time or patience to try to upload that video last week. So I'm going to tack it in on the end. I was thinking about just uploading both the videos, but I mean, that would take like 2 days. So I'm just going to put the videos together, and you'll see this week first, and you can see last week next if you want to. I don't know. That's what I'm going to do. I ordered some clothes from wish.com. I don't know if you've ever done that, but it's not a good idea. I like to get on there because everything seems cheap until the end when you see that everything has shipping, so it's not cheap. But I got like 3 different dresses, and I'm like, yeah, this is the size I'm wearing these days. It's going to be great. It's going to be so cute. When these clothes came in, I was like, I'm going to have to get back to elementary school days to be able to wear these. I even thought about giving them to my 9-year-old. They'd be a little big for my 9-year-old, but I don't want to ship them back to China or wherever they came from. So they're just going to be like my gold dresses. I haven't even tried them on. They look small. I could be pleasantly surprised. But if you're going to order something from Wish, maybe size up. And maybe that's a rule everyone knows. And maybe I was just living in a fantasy land. But that's my advice to you. An NSV for me this week was my husband took me to this event center, where you could go to concerts and all this. But we went to like a bull riding thing. And I've always had to hope that I wasn't sitting by somebody or that we could get the aisle chair just so I wasn't touching somebody else. I could touch my husband, obviously, but I didn't want to be like rubbing arms with somebody else. So this time when we went, I let him have the aisle seat and I sat beside him, and there was somebody sitting beside me, but we didn't even get close to touching one time through the entire night. I felt so small in that chair. Like I had so much room to cross my legs, which I would have never done before, but I would have never had room for it. Crossed my legs, snuggled with him, had so much room on this side of me for that girl to do whatever she wanted. I just had space on each side of me, and it's something I don't have to worry about anymore, and that makes me so excited. Today, yes, is my 12 weeks since surgery. I need to work on how I'm going to say that. And I lost 5 pounds. And so that makes a total of 38 pounds since surgery. Really, any movement down on the scale is good for me, but I love seeing 4s and 5s and 2s and 3s, really just anything but 0 and 1, but I mean, I'll always take 1. So this week, I have been doing an egg fast, and I'm not saying anybody has to do it. I'm not doing keto. You can look it up for yourself. There's rules to it. It's intense, but I saw somebody doing it on YouTube, and then I have a friend that was doing it, and I was like, I want to do it just for fun. I can't eat very much anyway, so it's not like just eating a couple eggs during the day was really going to bother me. And my friend was losing like a pound a day. And it's kind of just when you're stalling for people in keto. But again, I just want to try it for fun. So clearly it's working, and the weather has been nicer here. It's been in the 50s. So I've been taking walks with my family on gravel roads. And so trying to pull a child in a wagon on gravel roads makes a pretty shaky ride, and it's not the easiest to pull, but I just think of it as like harder cardio. So yeah, and I'm still continuing with like the HIIT workouts. I do about 2 a week. I think you're only supposed to do like 1 to 3, so I do about 2. I wanted to share a little bit about, this isn't really weight loss related at all, but just to give you more insight on a personal level. So just the chaos that's happening in my life. By the way, I finally did do something different to my hair. After so many people asked me and I didn't do anything, I was like, let's do something different to our hair. So we made it more blonde and we cut some off of it. So I really dig it. Anyways, so first thing, I said before, I live in the middle of nowhere. That is no joke. I live in the middle of nowhere. I have hardly any neighbors. A lot of people can't find me with GPS. The UPS guy can't deliver to me in bad weather. Just the middle of nowhere. And we have lots of land. And so for like the past few years, these random cows that are not ours have been on our property, destroying our yard. And to me, I don't really mind that much, except when they make awful noises. But my husband gets like real amped up about it. And we have cameras all over our property, so he just loves to get those every day and see where the cows have been and call the cops. And the sheriff has been out here. Like one day I was standing outside and here comes a sheriff down my driveway, and I'm just like, what is going on? He was there to talk about the cows. They eat our hay for our horse. They're a disaster. And so finally today there was a roundup of them. So they have these cowboys, and people are like, what do you mean cowboys? Like legit cowboy hat wearing, riding a horse, have a rope, just all that kind of stuff. Chased all the cows and gathered them up, and I mean, we just had people lining the gravel roads to watch that happen. Me included. I helped them locate. I pointed some out, like, yeah, they're just over there. Now I'm part of the team. My husband thinks he's like the leader of the pack. He wasn't even here today doing it, but we just let him think that he is. But really, he is the one that knows like where they go, and he could tell the people where to find them. And so that's one of the big things that's been going on in our lives. So I said a horse. We have a miniature pony, and she is pregnant. She is very pregnant. They're pregnant for 11 months, and I believe she is on her 11th month. So she is really, really short, but really, really wide. She's close down to our house, but she should be giving birth to like a pony the size of a small dog that you can like hold. So we are excited about that. Inside my house, I have an incubator going of chicken eggs that are supposed to hatch next Wednesday. So I've been constantly messing with the heater and the humidity with them. It's a nightmare. I don't know how any of my teachers growing up did it. I don't know how my mom used to do it. I don't know. It's nerve-wracking, and I think there's only going to be one that survives, and you can't only have one that survives because it can get lonely and die. So I'm going to have to be its main companion and take it to work with me every day. Just kidding. I mean, we did talk about that, but I'll just have to buy it a little companion. And then outside, we have 1,000 chickens. Not quite 1,000, but close. We have some silkies, which if you don't know what those are, Google them. They have a ton of hair, and really they're just a fancy chicken. We have egg-laying chickens, and we sell the eggs, and I feel like a drug dealer a lot of the time, taking them to school, and all these moms and teachers are sliding me money as I'm dropping off my child because I'm delivering eggs, but it feels like drugs. And then because my husband is obsessed with chickens, but he used to hate them, we have 5 baby chicks in our garage that will grow up and join the clan and lay us some eggs. And so we have a lot. And on top of that, we have an indoor little dog, a Shih Tzu. And he is rowdy and crazy. And my son, basically, he was my first child. So we got a lot of animals, and that is my excitement. Honestly, my only excitement living in this small town. I am not from here. I am from a small town, but nothing like where I'm at right now. So animals are my excitement. I've asked for some bigger outside dogs, but my husband turns that down because we have a lot of wildlife going through here that he wants. So like deer are constantly in our front yard, constantly in our backyard, and he loves to see the deer, and he doesn't want him to scare off the coyotes because he coyote hunts because they will kill chickens and kill our dog. And I've asked for some goats because that would be fun entertainment, but they jump up on stuff and pee all over themselves. But I just thought, like, I always just come on here and tell you like what I've done for the week for this weight loss, but just to give you a little insight of what my real life all week long is like, is that I go to work and then I come home and I help take care of all of these animals that we have, plus take care of my children and my husband and myself, get my workouts in, make sure I'm eating healthy. So for this egg fast, like I said, I'm not going to get much into like the rules of it and everything, but basically what it looked like was I discovered Bulletproof coffee, which I thought Bulletproof coffee was just a brand, which I think it could be, but it's actually where you just like put a bunch of stuff in your Bullet blender, and that's what it is. So I've been drinking those. I haven't had any of my protein shakes just because it's not on this egg fast thing. And a lady the other day was like, I bet if you stopped drinking your protein drinks, you'd lose a lot of weight. So I thought, why not? So for breakfast, I have scrambled eggs, and for every egg, I have to have some kind of fat. So I cook it in butter, and then I put a little sriracha on it because that's allowed. So that's what I have. And then you can have up to so many ounces of cheese a day. so it might have some cheese in it. And I usually can't eat my whole thing of that, so then for like a mid-morning snack, I would have the rest of my scrambled eggs. For lunch, I had some egg salad, so just a couple of eggs with some mayo, and sometimes I'd dip it in sriracha, sometimes not. And I couldn't eat all that, so then the afternoon snack would just be the rest of that. And then I made this egg loaf, which was pretty simple, and I eat it like French toast, and it's delicious. So I would have that for dinner, and then if I wanted a snack, which sometimes I don't, I would just have a string cheese. And or sometimes if I got hungry, I could just make an extra egg or eat a piece of cheese, whatever. But I've been doing research, and they have all these different things you can make. They have like shakes you can make. They have pizzas out of eggs. They have Alfredo that they make out of like egg and cream cheese, because you can have cream cheese. So really, I mean, there's a lot of options. You don't just have to have like scrambled eggs and boiled eggs. It's kind of exciting, and I was only gonna do, well, I wanted to do, at first when I started, I wanted to just do 3 days worth, because really you can do whatever you want. And then I was like, no, I'm gonna stick it out for 5 days, because I really want to know, like really try these different recipes. But my husband's taken me to a professional bull riding, which we saw last year, and it was awesome. So PBR, he's taken me to see that in the city. Trust me, it's nowhere around where I live, so we have to go to the city. And obviously I'm not going to just eat eggs for dinner that day. So you have to go into a transition. So tomorrow I'll start transitioning where I have eggs most of the day and then a regular dinner. So then on Saturday I can still have eggs, but then for dinner I'll have regular dinner with him. So that's pretty exciting. And like I said, just been doing walks and then drinking a lot of water when I'm not drinking the coffee. And I've been trying not to use water enhancers, but that's the only way I can get like ounces of water down. I could probably do like 1 bottle of water, regular water, and then I have to have enhancers for the rest. Other than that, that's basically it. I ordered 2 swimsuits from rosegal.com. I don't know. The payment stuff was all tricky, and it says like it could take 18 business days or longer. I don't even know for the swimsuit to get here, or the 2 swimsuits. So I'll let you know if I have any luck with those. I actually ran out of time to return the one to Amazon, so I guess I'll keep that one, and if one day it actually fits correctly, I'll let you know. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, whatever you want to do. And I will see you back here next week for week 13. Thanks.